My name is Judy Lee. I was an immigrant from Taiwan 45 years ago to United States. After I finished my study, I opened up a preschool. I act as a preschool operator for like 30 years. In 2010, when I was operate the preschool in Awatuki, Phoenix, I have a chance to get a training as Don't Talk to Stranger. That was curriculum prepared for preschool and elementary school teacher to teach their kids, prevent them to get kidnapping or just take away from the park or public area. That is the first opportunity I have come to the knowledge about human trafficking issue. But I did not go deeper more than that because I'm focused on my preschool operation, not that issue. So after I retire, just in one of the period, I kept into the nightmare or vision while I'm praying. I saw two groups of people. One group of people, their face is like no any gesture. Their eyes is no any reflection. It's very deep and dark and hopeless. And that group of people, I know they are under control or presenting by the other group of people. And I saw another group of people is so evil, men and women, all kind of race and color. They are behind those first group people, like they're the controller or they are their owner, something like that. No words, no information, not even crying. That same picture come to me again and again. And I start to feel very troubled. So I went to pray. I am an intercessor. I am a Christian, and also I call to intercede for people or for issue. So I pray and I ask Lord, please show me what I'm seeing in the vision or in the nightmare, who they are, and what's the message about this. And then Holy Spirit start to using internet, media, news to explain to me this is a human trafficking issue in United States, but not limited in United States. It's like a global, because I saw many different race, color people. Then my first reaction is, no, I don't want to involve, because I feel so dark and so ugly. It's like I got sucked into the darkness with hopeless, because I sense those people's feeling. I sense two group people's feeling, and those two group people's caused me very, very agony and very sad. And I was rejected, and I don't want to pray more. But guess what? Bible say you cannot hide from him. You can go to another space. You can go under the earth. You cannot hide the face of God. Then I surrender. I said, Lord, what do you want me to do? I am a retired educator, have nothing to do with this kind of connection or issue. I can pray, Oh, I can donate the money. Oh yeah, I can donate the money. I like to donate the money to help those people. So I did that in the beginning. And I thought my burden and my feeling will bring me more peaceful and ease. But contradictory, no. It sucked me more deep. So I started to make a research and even call the organization, ask them, what you guys doing? Can I know? Can I involve? So I started on 2016, step by step, leading by the Holy Spirit, until one day I find out, my goodness, I already in there, and I already know too much that I cannot walk away, just like pretend I never know this. I start to make a research study how the business operate, because this is like a second large profitable business in the world. First one is drug, now is a human trafficking business. Recently I heard about they are reversed right now, because the human trafficking business, you can reuse the product, which is human being, for different way and repeating. Anyway, when I studied those issues, and I find out why people not paying attention for this criminal, international criminal. And guess how many kids that we miss or lost just in the United States? But why a government or law enforcement not taking care of this as serious or as alarm? And I'm wondering, and later on I learned so much that even our law enforcement, they are involved with this business. Even the high official government in Washington, D.C. or local government, they are involved with this business. So how can you stop criminal when the law enforcement itself is a criminal? So my anger and my disappointed is drive me more deep into it. So I start to thinking, yes, I can share that with my friend, ask them to make a donation, but is that really help? It's just like you have the whole ocean, the space, and then you try to fill up the water. Well, maybe I can pray. That's only what I can do. But to really, actually to helping those victims, we're talking about the SEAL team. They need to go to the cell or prison area to fight with a gang member to rescue those victims. After you rescue those victims, you need to pray for them to reestablish themselves, to get healed, to get education, or to get job training. So this is a huge operation and project. If we don't have healthy and rightful organization, we will just like help them in the front door and lose them in the back door. So I totally stopped because I really feel nothing I can do about it. So I start to kind of tell myself, nothing you can do about it. So I still keeping support them, donate the money, but really, I have to come to realization, mission, vision is one thing, but bring that into the operation and then, the assignment, you have to have certain population connection and network. Okay. So I started to study those organizations. And I realized some of already doing for over 10, 20 years. Some of just started up. They're only doing like their part. And sometimes they are like duplicate each other. And there's a lot of resource that was wasted. And some of even work with criminal organization. So they know how to get those victims back to their hand again. Some of even involved with the third country government. They making so much profit of this business. So altogether I was thinking, unless I'm become one of them, I am more strong and more evil over them. Or otherwise, how this can be done? So I'm keeping praying. That's the only thing I can do. I remember that's one of the summer day, very hot. I'm taking shower, and while I'm taking shower, I keeping hear, my ID, my ID. I was thinking, my ID is my driver license, my passport. I said, Lord, is my driver license and passport is going to be overdue? I needed to renew them. So when I come out, I go to check. No, they are all current. So I don't understand what my ID mean. So I went to pray, and then Holy Spirit revealed that to me. My ID mean is your true identification. For those victims, they are not just lost their life, they lost their identification. Then I realized God is not giving me some kind of idea for operation or whatever. He wants me to share the message first, who really we are and what we are doing. And at the same time, because I was taking care of the business for my son, we have a product is called Berry Miracle Fruit Tablet. And 10 years ago, we using the major ingredient in this miracle fruit to also produce a skincare, the mask. A product itself is very unique. There's no other product in the world so far using the same ingredient that we do. The profit that we have, we will have yearly P&L and financial statement on our website. We will tell people how many set we've been sell or give away. If someone wanted to make a donation, we will give them few organizations so they can choose, they can donate to them. Or when they pay us, we will donate the profit to them, either way. Okay. So the product is very unique and very high quality. We have a lot of testimony already, and that's beneficial to the skin, problem skin for teenage, for acne and pimple. And for the age skin, I would say after 25, you have to take care of that skin already. That will help you to diminish your fine line and dark spot and stress. So the profit, it will, a sale and with the profit and with the proceed to go, it will post on the internet. And then this company is dedicated to those victims. So no one, myself, will get profit from it. And then by end of the year, if we do have a lot left over from operation costs, because we needed to budgeting them, we will just empty out to help those victims. This business is strictly helping those victims to get help. At one moment, it's like I have so many pieces of puzzle all come together, and miraculously they all fall into the right position and with a clear picture. So in my spirit, I saw a logo, which is My I.D. At that time, I even don't have a company, but I know I needed to design the logo and then register the logo, because that is the product that I'm going to use to introduce to the public to cause attention. So I called my business attorney, asked him to help me to get My I.D. registered as a trade name and trademark. The day after, he called me and say, "Sorry, Miss Judy, it's already taken." I say, "No way. This is, I hear from God, cannot be taken if, or maybe I made a mistake, I don't know, but can you check when is the maturity date for this owner that I can renew?" Because according to the trademark, that you only can hold for 3 years. If you don't put it in commercial use, you automatically lost the right. And he say, "Oh, it's the next month." I say, "Okay, prepare right now. Prepare every document, every paper, all the paper that you need. You wait until the day or a week before. If he did not renew that, then we apply. Next month, we got that trademark." I have a trademark, but I don't have a product. It's very strange. And when I'm talking about the material, it's called molliculum in the miracle fruit, because in the year of 2000, we do produce some of the mask and use the molliculum as a major ingredient. And because too expensive, not too many people, they are afforded, can constantly to use that. So right now we're talking about the value or the expense is cut half already. So it's like all the different pieces of puzzle come together. So I got logo, I got product, I got ingredient, and I got mission and message, and everything is like all come together. I say, okay. So then I contact with my business partner in Taiwan. I say, do I still have a right to do the mask? Because I don't want to share this with other company. She say, yes. Even you already let go of, let's say 2010 and 2016. I let go of 6 years already of the product to holding the right. At that time, the product is not called My I.D. There's another name. And she say, I will still give you the right. If you can come out, the plan and everything, we can work together. So I used 5 years from the registration of the trademark, and then COVID-19 happened. I tried to introduce to the public 2 years ago, because 3 years I only can hold that. So I introduced to the public, and I know I'm not 100% ready, so we only sold about 5 sets. But from this 5 sets of pre-marketing, the user, whoever purchased and used it, they are amazed about how effective and how high quality of this skincare. So then COVID-19 hit us for 2 years. I cannot do anything, but I have a time to change again and again for design, packaging, and introduce to the user how to utilize our product. Okay. So I got everything ready last year, December 2021. And then the next is what I'm going to do with this. So I start to reaching out for those organizations I've been support for so many years. I say, hey, I have a very good product here. I'm willing to donate all the profit to you guys. And this is not just one time only. Whatever I sell to the public, the profit, we can talking about proportionally. We know how much for the cost, how much for the operation expense, and how much the profit. I donate 100% profit to you guys if we work as a partner. So I started from last year, December 2021. People don't have that kind of concept. They either will just give a donation or not give. People will not thinking the consumer and the donor or the organization, we all can get a benefit from. It's not just give a donation one time. It's that just like a vitamin, you have to take every day, right? Skincare, you have to choose the best one that you like. You're using that all the time. So my idea is that if I can have many organizations waiting to work with me, of course they have to check my background. They have to know who I am and what I'm doing. Or otherwise they were thinking I'm using this kind of business scam to profit my own self. So I choose them, they also have to choose me. So far I have a street light and a dream center, and one of organization in Texas is called Rescue Her. Right now I have 3 organizations that I work with, but not in the scale I expecting. So then my friend suggests me I needed to switch my connection to the public. Instead of just reach out for those already a donor, I needed to call attention to the public. This is a time we needed to work together. Okay. I don't like to ask people for donation because I'm not just, get used to it to do this. God always want me to give, helping people. And then it's hard for me to ask people to helping me but actually it's not helping me. I want people to helping those group people because this is endless war. As long as we have missing children, missing teenage, even the boy right now, missing boy, as long as we have that, the war is still fighting. So I like to use this video and message to cause public attention. What if one of your kids, one of your grandchildren, one of your friends' kids, one of your neighbor, your church kids got snatched up, got kidnapped? Don't wait until that time is too late. So My I.D, what My I.D wanted to do is do both. First, cause public attention to prevent. We have to use different age curriculum from preschool to even college to explain and educate them how to protect themselves from this evil international crime. But once, unfortunately, when we miss the kids, how can we get them back? After we get them back, how can we help them? So it's like a two-end. In between is too much evil and legal and political. Maybe we cannot do anything about it. But what we can do is prevent this crime happen. And then after, when we receive those kids, when they got rescued, how can we help them? So this is the purpose of my business. Okay. I'm already retired from my professional a few years ago. I'm not intended to turn around making money, making business. But I want to cause this movement to our people. You have so many different ministry, but there is no ministry is helping those the least to the least, because they have nothing. They even don't have their identification. So if we cannot helping those the least at least, how can we represent ourselves when we meet with Jesus? I like to speak to church leader because each church got established and operate in a different location with its calling and mission. Some of leader they call for the homeless or drug use, recover. But no matter how, you have some mission and purpose for the church to exist there, to occupy the building or land. I like to send a message to the church leader. I don't care, I'm Chinese, look like, Oriental. I'm talking about a church who call Jesus as a law. You needed to find out what is your purpose, your church. And if you didn't find any purpose yet, or you didn't involve yet, could you take a consideration to support those human trafficking organizations? I am not a human trafficking rescue organization. I am not. But I am a protocol business type that I like to delegate all my profit to them. So if church leader don't want to choose human trafficking rescue operation as their support, then their brother and sister mostly they won't follow, because sheep always follow shepherd, leader. Then I will turn around to tell the Christian brother and sister, hey, check with Holy Spirit. As Holy Spirit asks you to do something for those people who need most, homeless, widow, orphan, those kidnapping victim, we needed to do something really benefit to the community or human being. Doesn't matter they are Christian or not. I'm not talking about preaching gospel. There's a group of people we call over there to preaching the gospel. I'm talking about doing real things to helping those who need help. Your money, your time, and your prayer, or even your visiting. If you know there's a group of people you're willing to visit them, call the organization. You can cook a nice meal and just bring it one time saying, hey, I want to have this good meal for those kids. That's to the church. And to the public, no one really know the way they should know about, let's say, 10 or 20 years ago. 20 years ago, one person missing is a big deal. Right now, go check how many people missing in a year. Do your part. You are part of the human society. Do your part. And report those people that you suspect they are the criminal. They are the bad guy over there. Report them. And then to the government, I really don't care what party you belong to. You can say anything you want, but if you don't care your people, especially for the next generation, they have no voice, they have no strength, they have no power to protect themselves. If you don't do something for them, why should we elect you? Church leader, why should we continue to paying you for the community if they keeping losing their kids? Then those city hall, state, congressmen, whoever, if your title did not make you really doing things for helping your voter, you should step down. I don't know after this video to showing in the public, I don't know how much echo I can get, but I'm going to try anyway. And I hope there's more people, especially for those already get restored and rescued. Step out. Tell people what you have been faced before and how blessed, how lucky that you are. You still survived and now you are whole now. You are restored right now. Come out to helping people.